How's it going, YouTube? You are tuned into High Fidelity Good Vibes YouTube edition, and this is a place where we come together as audiophiles, aficionados, musicians, content creators, and consumers to talk about hi-fi, to talk about stereo systems and what makes a good stereo system. What makes a hi-fi? What is hi-fi? Why do you need hi-fi? And we come together as collective individuals and we focus on human connections. The purpose behind High Fidelity Good Vibes is to connect with other like-minded individuals. And we've been doing this on Instagram TV Live for a number of months, a number of years, and it has been a great place to collaborate, a great place to encourage each other, and a great place to develop relationships. So the audio space is unlike many other spaces where we are lifting each other up. We are encouraging each other through this journey. And I want to take a moment to share my audio journey with you. And really, I think that for me, audio has been something which has always been, music has always been something that I have enjoyed for a very long time. Whether it be a Sony Walkman when they first came out with the Sony headphones delivering papers, with cassette tapes, whether it be car audio, you remember Kicker and Alpine and MB Quartz and Phoenix Gold, all of those fantastic systems. These have shaped me in my journey, in my mindset for a very long time. And music has played a fundamental role. And when we hear that special song, when we hear that special artist, we remember those times. Music takes us back. It's like a hot tub time machine. Music takes us back to those places, to those times and places, and we get to relive and remember. And I think that's why it is so important to create new memories that are rooted in music. And of course, having a high fidelity audio system just allows us to do that and to create those memories and to recreate those memories. It's also a fantastic avenue to meet with salt of the earth people. The people in the audio community I found have been some of the best people on earth. Definitely, if you want to talk about stereos, we can talk for a long time. You got my interest. We can go down the rabbit hole. But I've found in my experience that audiophiles, music aficionados, musicians have got an amazing backstory. It's not all about music, it's not all about audio, but there is a human connection that music and audio, it brings together. So the purpose of this is High Fidelity Good Vibes. Those good vibes are here to encourage you, encourage our community, to build us up and to develop relationships. On that front, I just want to give a quick system tour, what we got going on here and what is in store for this system in the future. I want to talk about audiophilia. I want to talk about how audio components perform. I want to talk about price point. I want to talk about what's new and what's used. What should you get? What could you get? What are different options? And what's the music that you're listening to right now? That being said, the system here, we have got some of my favorite speakers that I have ever owned. They are the Canadian-built Totem Acoustics Manitous, and they feature Dyne audio drivers. They are a classic. They were an expensive speaker back in the day. being, 15-ish years ago, retailing for around $5,000. And that's quite a bit of money. That is quite a bit of money for a speaker. And they absolutely live up to that price point. But what is not known about the Totem Acoustic Manitous is you need a lot of power. They need a lot of power to perform, and really they need a lot of system behind it. So where in some of the modern systems that you could put together, where if you put in a couple $1,000s in your speakers, you could put a couple $1,000s into your front end, into your integrated amplifier and streamer, and have a really nice combination. Well, the Manitous demand more. They demand a lot of power. They demand a really solid front end. But I really think that that's something that I have achieved here to bring out the magic in these. And on the power side is the Nelson Pass designed Threshold Stasis S550E power amplifier. This amplifier, while it might not be the best for low impedance loads, it's definitely synergistic with the Totem acoustic speakers. And I think that the word synergy really has a lot of weight in the audio world, because what works for one set of speakers definitely may not work for another set of speakers. For example, behind me over here are the ELAC BS403 bookshelf speakers. Fantastic speakers with the name Unity Atom. The name is able to bring out the bass extension of the woofers, and there's a magic developed by that combination. However, when the ELACs are put up here in this combination, the sparkle isn't there. It's not like what the Totems are bringing to the table. So synergy matters. And this is, as we continue this journey, I want to keep talking about synergy. I want to keep talking about what works well together, what doesn't work well together, and really just share my audio journey with you. And again, the purpose is just to encourage you to build this audio community, but also just to network. And network. It's about who you know. So just sort of going on the system tour here. If I just swing around to the side, we've got the side portion of the system, which is away from the front. And we've got the Sonic Frontiers Line 1 preamplifier, Rega P1 turntable. It's a moderate turntable. You can definitely see some Totem Autograph mini speakers there. Really looking forward to what combination works exceptionally well with those speakers. What combination in the budget end works exceptionally well, because that's what I'm going to discover. And really, I'm really happy with the digital part of this system here, and we'll just step her down a little bit and share what's going on here. So much respect for the Canadian-made Exasound brand. This is the digital analog converter. I had previously used this directly to a power amp with poor success. Definitely having a preamplifier is value add. We're feeding the DAC with an optical cable into a USB Ranger, and we go USB into the DAC, and that goes back to my PC with Rune And it really is a quality improvement into the performance of this DAC and this system. Of course, you know, what would an audio system be without some spectacular power cables and power bars and linear mode power supplies? Definitely not going to jump down through that rabbit hole in this video, but everything makes a difference, and we're talking about synergy. So that is it. That is it. So hey, thanks for hanging out with me here today. This is YouTube video number 1, and the format of this is going to be very similar to Instagram TV. We've got a fantastic community developed on Instagram, and I would encourage you to join us on Instagram. We're able to do this on Instagram. However, we do this live through Instagram TV Live, and we're able to interact with each other, ask each other questions, and it has really blossomed into relationships with different aficionados, different audiophiles, different content creators, and musicians. So stick around. This is about the journey. This is about rising tides lift all boats, and this is about just developing connections, developing relationships. So thank you for being here. You're going to hear all about it. Join us on Instagram at audio_acoustic_engineering. We are on every Friday at 5:30 Pacific time, 6:30 Mountain, 8:30 Central, followed by THG, or you might know her as Emiko, that hi-fi girl, for hi-fi happy hour, followed by hi-fi high five, Mr. Punk Floyd Four Eyes, and we've got Siphonics Audio joins us in the presentation there. And I would encourage you, show up, tune in, and share your journey with us. So that's what it's about. It's about sharing the journey, and it is about an elevated experience, because at the heart of it, music lifts us up. Music impacts us so much, so dramatically, that I have to tell you about it. It impacts us so dramatically that not only do I need a hi-fi system to play it, but I need to come on YouTube and I need to tell you that it is worth it. You need to join. You need to definitely join. So that's the word of the day, and we will see you back. You can expect more YouTube content, all of this fashion. We're talking about the journey, and we'll be back. Thank you for joining. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so that you'll be notified when the next High Fidelity Good Vibes YouTube edition drops. Cheerio.